That's the intro.
I see.
Did you like it?
Yes.
I like how we're getting chapter titles and big chapter splashes as well.
Yeah.
That's kind of very fun, I think. Anyway, how are you all doing?
I'm doing all right. The transparent rose flame was burning.
I suppose that awkward pause was for waiting for me to answer my own question in return. I'm just now realizing I'm doing fine as well. Thank you for implicitly asking.
She desperately moved her hands to prevent it from spreading. The transparent rose couldn't be seen if it wasn't on fire, and yet, the hospital room was asleep. Even as the blue fire spread, everyone was asleep. And she was desperately moving her hands.
Mayuri.
MAMIYA? Is that you?
Of course. It's not like there's another me now, right?
Oh, that Minato boy. Is he your twin?
Not a twin. He took it from me.
Huh?
Do you understand why I can't be by your side? It's because he took Mamiya's flesh.
It was a voice as cold as the air. Was this truly what MAMIYA sounded like?
Then I did the right thing.
MAMIYA smiled, which meant everything was right.
That's why I gave you this.
The moment he said that, she felt the weight of two metallic objects in her palm.
I leave Mamiya's body to you, Mayuri.
Miss Mayuri. When she woke up, the girls were looking at her. What's wrong? Were you cold?
Oh, yes. Could you come closer?
Ah, That sure was a long dream. It showed something impossible, a younger version of herself running away with Tojo Minato. She looked at the locked drawer fixed onto the closet.
This is no dream, however.
A sweet kind of gravity continued to dull her resolve. Apparently, Mina had yet to come back to Akihabara. That fact filled her with relief.
Yes, this is good. This is the way.
As long as she existed, the place for Mamiya's flesh to come back wouldn't return. As long as she existed, Mayuri couldn't maintain her shape. Indeed. I won't let anyone tear off my mask.
What?
She had to reclaim it. She had to reclaim that laden, cramped normality. The world had to be difficult to live in.
Mayuri. Oh, wait, no, you should. Yeah.
Mayuri, I'm into a boy from the class next door. Will you cheer me on?
I see.
Oh, wait, this is.
I see. So that's how it is.
The next day, Mayuri confessed to the boy and they began dating. Why, Mayuri? Why? Why, Yuri? I said that I liked him. Even now, she could remember the face of that girl as she cried. She thought about her question. Not even Mayuri knew why she was doing this. She had expectations for the man the girl liked, but it turned out he was off the mark. Why had she done what she did? Why was she a woman? The transparent rose flame was burning.
Huh.
Is that younger Tojo Minato?
Is that younger Tojo What a delightful sprite for you, Tojo. That's... You're looking very happy.
I've never been hospitalized before. Honestly, I'm just glad I don't have to go to school. Oh, that's... When she first saw Minato, her hair stood on end. He was a normal child, and she didn't know why she felt something was so off about him.
That's no good. I need to get back to work.
She was genuinely kind to him. She wanted the child to be how he wanted to be. And she wanted to accept him like Mamiya would and become a supportive adult. She wanted to, but... They say Venus is the planet most similar to Earth. I wonder if we can ever move there.
I'd rather stay on Earth.
Why?
Because you can't see the moon from Venus. What would you like to drink, Minato? Hello, big brother.
Learning that Tomo was Haruki's brother surprised her. It was an unwelcome coincidence. But if you put enough coincidences together, they became inevitabilities.
Let's get you back to your room, Minato.
Huh? Come on, it's NASA rocket launch footage. I thought you liked them too.
So this is young Minato wearing the dress going out to meet with Toma. There's a TV in your room.
But there's no Mayuri in my room, right?
But why is Toma at a hospital?
Do you mean why is Tojo?
Tojo Minato, yeah.
I think that Tojo Minato mentioned being hospitalized at the first scene, right?
Right.
Toma looked at Mayuri like a guardian would.
Minato seems to view you favorably. Why, yes, we're friends, aren't we?
Yeah. Mayuri tried to touch his fingers, but then a strong electric shock went through her body.
Ow!
Huh? Are you okay?
It's just some static electricity, I'm fine.
Mayuri rubbed her fingers while watching Toma lead Minato out by the hand. Physical rejection, mental rejection.
Really now? Toma, you did it, didn't you? Niigaki, why did you call me here? What is it that you want? You instilled Mamiya in Minato. Well, yes, I did. That's what we promised that evening, didn't we? Minato's a good boy, isn't he? You like him too. He's just the right person to instill Mamiya into. Ah!
The transparent rose couldn't be seen if it wasn't on fire. So why did he light it on fire?
Oh, the transparent rose being Mamiya. The idea of that, as long as no one calls attention to it, Mamiya is invisible and can still exist, and because we don't see it, it can be anything. But the moment you give that kind of clarity to it, it distills it into one particular thing. What about him as Mamiya? Huh? He's not! Mamiya isn't like that. We discussed our Mamiya so many times back in that house yet. Niigaki, what are you? That's not Mamiya.
Mayuri. She felt a heavy sensation digging into her neck. It quickly hit her that this was the same old dream.
Minato! That hit...
Are you jealous?
Huh?
Are you jealous of me?
What do you...
I grew out my hair and look the way I want, and nobody tells me what to do or gets mad at me for it. Do you want to be me? Her trachea was being squeezed. The transparent rose flame was burning. But you can't. You can't be me. You can't cut your hair. You can't wear what you want. You can't live like you want.
Why say that at this point, Mamiya? I'm an adult now, and I know that I live the way others want me to.
She desperately moved her hands to prevent it from spreading.
So why? Why would you say that? I hate this. I want to be nice to Minato, but I can't stomach him. No matter how hard I try. But the day I ate Mamiya's flesh, I was the one who became Mamiya.
Her vision was uncertain, but she knew what she had to do.
I have to claim him for myself.
She realized that the only thing she didn't need were the contents. Thus, she would take only the skin and crush the personality with a hammer. And she knew very well how to do that.
Oh, great. Minato, come here.
To make sure it never came out again, she would completely seal it away, put a lid on it, and close it off. The hospital room was asleep. Even as the blue fire spread, everyone was asleep, and she was desperately moving her hands.
This body belongs to me. Nigaki, do you have any idea what you've done? Yes. And there's no going back now. I'm going to call the police. What do you mean? You're complicit. What?
Toma's hand stopped. That could only be because he knew what she meant.
The Mamiya within has finally let out its first cry. What are you saying?
The reason why he was listening to her words so intently was because he himself had felt it like a premonition.
You will know eventually.
The transparent rose burned up.
Well, that's awful. Yeah, Mayuri. You're the one behind the Mina thing, aren't you? Oh, and whatever do you mean?
She let out a deep sigh and squinted behind her sunglasses. Reika, standing next to her, was wearing a panicked expression.
Oh, damn it. Let's ignore him and go. Hold it. Don't touch her. Reika, right? Tell me about the Mina thing.
Morishika Haruki's eyes carried the weight of the guilt he felt for hurting Tojo Minato. That light made Reika give in.
I'm sorry, miss. Just go on without me.
So great that Reika is hanging out in Mayuri's home. Mayuri, who we know is a... Let's just not put any bandy about it. She appears to be a pedophile.
Is that what was specifically...
That she has an affection for younger... That she has an affection for younger kids?
Yeah, is that specifically what was being implied?
By that scene? That Reika was in her home?
Or in general? It wasn't clear to me whether that's what was being implied here, or if this was a, like, oh, she did this unforgivable act to punish and harm Minato specifically, or if this is just like, she is just, that's what she's into.
I thought it was both.
I see.
I was taking the fact that her home was filled with younger girls to mean the most sinister interpretation of that.
So you interpreted it as meaning literally like young girls.
Well, yeah, like Reika. We see in her home.
Okay. I didn't read it that way originally and thought it just meant girls in the sense of like we use that word to describe women often.
That's
but
fair.
It's very possible that it is indeed what you were describing and I didn't get it.
Yeah. I mean, either way, not a good look, but...
Yep. I had figured Reika had some connection to her specifically.
I thought... I was reading it as Niigaki kind of like collecting younger girls around her.
Could be.
But... Either way... Did you read your line about Akihabara being crowded as an anthive?
I don't think so. The town of Akihabara was about as crowded as an anthive.
Oh, so there was a performance here, too.
A performance? It's more like an incident, yeah. Some fan of an indie circle broke in and Mita made him leave with a shoulder throw.
Oh, that's great. That's about what I'd expect, thanks. Hell yeah, Mina.
Morichika Haruki, what are you doing here in Aki... I looked at his hands and saw a number of photos of the familiar maid. That's...
Well, anyway, that's that. Hope it helps with his memories at least a little bit.
Morichika Haruki tried to walk away, but I desperately stopped him.
Literally, who are you?
I'll help too.
Huh? Who the hell are you?
A Mina fan. If you're looking into her, maybe I can help somehow.
Huh. Shady, but alright. Eavesdropping on me while I'm having conversations about a person you have clearly unhealthy parasocial relationship with? Fuck it. Come on. Come with me.
Okay. Shoulder to shoulder, we passed through the crowd and continued the search. The town had lost its Cinderella, and I heard men's voices.
Mina, huh? He's a guy, isn't he? And I actually bought some merch, too.
I could hear them talking to my side.
He's on disciplinary leave right now, right? I don't think I can be a fan anymore.
As I watched the ex-fans talk about Mina with weak smiles on their faces, I became less and less aware of how I should apologize to Tojo Minato. As the crowd moved the garbage in the air, we continued to walk. The weight of having committed an offense was crushing us both. I want to apologize to Tojo Minato.
Uh-oh. Well, why?
Because I wished for Mina to exist without even considering how he felt about it.
Just that, huh?
I think it's important. I found myself using a firm tone. You also don't want anyone to say that hurting him was just that, do you?
I'm sorry.
I forgave him right away. But Tojo Minato wouldn't know what to do with my apology, would he? I, on the other hand, won't feel right until I apologize. Maybe apologizing is something offenders do for their own ego. I let out a heavy sigh. The white breath rose to the sky.
That's not untrue, right? I think that's a realization everybody kind of comes to at one point or another. That moment when someone's trying to apologize you and it's either not landing for you or you don't want to forgive them for some reason. And you kind of get your first glimpse of that desperation in someone who needs to apologize, and you realize the apology is just as much about clearing their own, finding some way to absolve their own guilt as it is for making it clear that they thought they were wrong. It is definitely both parts of it.
Yep.
Yeah, maybe. But it's also true that I hurt him. And it's true that I can't apologize for it.
The empty December wind passed us by.
Like, literally hurt him. I pushed him down some stairs. Why ain't nothing ever go right, huh? I just want to patch things up with him.
I looked at his frail back. You should be more confident.
Point of order real quick. Wasn't the whole point of melding these two timelines that Suou Keito was going to be able to be part of the lives of those three?
Yeah.
Where the fuck is Suou Keito in any of this story? We've seen literally everyone else.
Isn't that exactly what I said last episode?
I think it is what you said last episode. Yeah, and it's coming back to me again now. Like, what the fuck? Is Suou Keito somehow me right now?
I don't know.
That'd be silly. Because me is not Natsume anymore.
True.
Because Natsume shed their name. This is me. And if Suou Keito is indeed the author, it would definitely bring about these feeling, like this position of wanting to, you know, help out in these narratives, but being unable to do so yourself. Just gonna sit with that for a moment.
You can't feel like it's hopeless. I'm sure you can patch things up. My words made him exhale a brief sigh. The colorful neon lights of nighttime Akihabara almost glimmered like a rainbow.
Not being able to say sorry sure leaves you powerless, huh? But I guess there ain't no point in moping about it.
The rainbow-colored scenery was currently nothing but a shadow. Carrying heavy crosses on our backs, we took our time walking, leaving the light of Akihabara's liveliness behind us. Spent the night out and came back in the morning, huh, Mayuri?
Shut it, Arasugawa. You got a problem with that?
Not at all. I don't want to get involved in your private life.
Why do you always look like you're DreamWorks facing?
But I just felt that you might have been meeting that guy who looks like Mamiya.
Oh, she did.
Oh,
She
shit.
did. That's why I saw her off, and why I'm here myself. I came here because I want you to tell me about your Mamiya. That's everything about our Mamiya.
Man, we folded like a deck of cards, didn't we?
It's not a single person. Those profiles are way too different.
No, they're almost certainly all Mamiya. Otherwise, it wouldn't make sense for them to vanish at the same time.
Arisugawa Osamu spoke of a woman who supported his life as a writer. Morichi Katoma spun a tale about a schoolboy who looked at the stars with him. Samejima Satoru testified about a boy who never died no matter how many times he was killed. Strangely enough, Tojo Minato was able to relate to all their tales. They realized that Mamiya doesn't exist. However, they only wanted a place for their idol, their icon, to live in. Niigaki Mayuri alone was simply watching them without saying a thing. Well, basically, even if there's some discrepancy, you can act as a substitute.
Hey, Minato, would you become Mamiya for us?
Tojo Minato was certain that he could act out any role as long as people wanted it.
You'd go back to that house? Are you insane?
I mean, there's a bunch of things I need to know if I want to fight you.
What? I'm at a loss for words. They're more serious about Mamiya than you can imagine. They might beat you, they might brainwash you, and you may never leave again.
Then you should keep an eye on them so that doesn't happen.
Huh? What? Why me?
It's so I can fight you.
Huh?
I can't face you if I don't know the truth behind my own missing pieces. I have a feeling that what I want is the same idol, the same icon that they want. If I can remember the truth behind it. Please let me meet Mamiya. Ha! There is no way we can do that. But I can. Their eyes focused on Minato. I'll let you meet Mamiya. After gathering his resolve, Minato mustered his courage and went to the bathroom. He put his hand on the mirror. Facing himself, he gave his own soul a question. A second passed, and then another. Then, as though sinking into the mirror, he lost consciousness. Behind the mirror, behind the moon, behind the eyelids. There he found the den of the King of Illusions.
Well, now. I've wanted to meet you for a while, Tojo Minato.
Mamiya,
What a very smart look you have there. That sweater vest and tie. You remind me of a getup of a friend of mine. You wanted to meet me as well, did you?
Minato tried to speak, but Mamiya raised his hand to stop him.
Hold it. No need for that now. I know why you're here. I gave you permission to meet me while being aware of that.
You also have something you want to tell me? As Minato turned pale and became alert, the man gave a broad smile.
You don't have to be so scared of me. I have been looking forward to meeting you face to face. You're beautiful after all. That much is certain.
Even have the same haircut, God.
For reasons unknown, upon being called beautiful, Tojo Minato found himself strongly attracted to the beauty of this entity before him. The color living within his eyes was similar to his own, and yet they were like a mirror to each other. Tojo Minato was shaken to his core, yet Mamiya simply cracked a grin.
You're right that I have a proposal for you.
In a flash, the distance between them vanished.
Hey there.
His hair and scarf rode the wind and danced like a dream.
You should also worship me.
What do you mean?
You've always wanted something to unconditionally believe in. Isn't that right?
As he said that, Mamiya's appearance changed into that of an intelligent lady.
Look at me. I can become whatever I want. An adult, a child.
Whenever Minato looked at the source of the voice, Mamiya's face became warped and smoke. Black and green lights were being diffused all over, resembling a turning kaleidoscope.
A woman. A man.
Different voices caressed each of his eardrums when suddenly... Minato quickly began to feel like Mamiya was the most wonderful thing in the world. Wow, Mamiya, you don't just act, you can actually become anything.
Indeed. This isn't something as meager as acting. I can be your ideal.
The transformations continued, the outlines swirled, even the border defining the self became vague. What if I became Mamiya? That budding question began to grow within Minato's heart.
What do you think, Tojo Minato? Am I not utterly splendid? You desperately wish for something to act as, do you not?
Yes, it's like there's a hole deep in my chest. The moonlight gently embraced them.
I am able to fill it.
Perhaps he was right.
You would worship me and become an actor, playing Mamiya.
Perhaps he could.
Oh, what a wonderful relationship.
Mamiya sounded an audible laugh. He looked so beautiful it was positively entrancing. Mamiya's proposal was surely one that would satisfy Tojo Minato like nothing else could. However, something deep in his heart, it might be wonderful, awakened the intoxication known as sympathy.
Is it just me or is the loop for this track just way too short?
I don't know.
I keep noticing it every time it fades out, and I'm like, huh, all right.
But you don't even know who you are, do you? Mamiya blinked, slightly surprised, but then resumed smiling.
The same goes for you, no?
He became a single illusion and spoke with a gentle, silent voice. Minato wanted to respond, but struggled to find the words. Mamiya wasn't wrong. He'd lived all his life in accordance to other people's ideals.
Though if I have to answer your question, I am a nobody.
A nobody?
Unlike you, I don't have the flesh that would fix my shape.
Is that because you're not born yet? He closed the distance as if to read the thoughts of the mirror.
Yes.
Still, Mamiya looked at him with composure in his eyes.
I wouldn't expect any less from the twin of my soul. It helps that you have such a high degree of understanding, or rather, sympathy. It's why you understood other people's expectations and played that role, correct? It's a natural gift like no other. Not everyone can do it.
Mamiya, this ideal was always affirming.
There's no mistaking it. You were most likely born to be an idol, an icon.
But the affirmation was coupled with domination. The silhouette of a palace stood tall. A deep quiet hung in the air.
So, let me say it again. Tojo Minato, please become Mamiya.
A profound silence followed. The moonlight raining heavy on them lit up their outlines. Mamiya's beauty was like the starry sky, but there was desolation in that shining, brilliant beauty. Oh, I see. He remembered. The person before him was awe-inspiring and seemed to have immense power, but that's not it. You're my lonely, unborn, and precious twin.
Huh?
Mamiya's cheek twitched a little. Me? Become Mamiya? Before I would have agreed in the blink of an eye. He finally understood. After all, he came to realize the true nature of the unease within him. I've always wanted to be acknowledged by someone. I wanted someone I didn't even know to tell me that I was fine the way I was. Next thing he knew, his eyes were welling up with tears. That's why I tried to become someone's ideal. He bit into his lips, moist from the salty tears. But now I understand that someone never existed. Would these words reach Mamiya? I was the one who just had to tell myself. Minato hoped they would. That I was fine the way I was. Minato wondered if he was explaining it well. But alas, Mamiya's open-mouthed face said that he wasn't.
What are you saying?
Wasn't it hard for you to be an icon? Wasn't it difficult for you to have ideals forced on you? The smile Mamiya showed him seemed to emanate a hint of doubt. The moonlight shone down on the ground beneath. If you're my vanishing twin, Tojo Minato slowly opened his mouth, then I want to accept the you that isn't an icon.
Stop.
Not an icon, not worshipped, and not fiction. That's the you I alone should wash over.
I'm telling you to stop.
A beautiful palace stood behind Mamiya as he raised his voice. Mamiya, please listen. Faith isn't the only thing a fictional being should exist for.
Huh?
I will do what I can to answer people's expectations. I don't want to disappoint them. I don't want to be hated. I don't want them to look down on me. All of that terrifies me, but I still have to play the me that I want to play. So, you can also be a Mamiya that's not worshipped by anyone. The moon collapsed. The mirror images were contradictory. For a moment, he felt as if Mamiya was replaced, but it was very brief. As the moon fell, Mamiya said,
You are beautiful. More beautiful than anyone and everyone.
He came back to his senses. Did you actually meet Mamiya? The people around him, the Mamiya believers, gulped and watched over him, as though waiting for the results of a necromantic ritual. They looked at him with waning expressions. Yes, I did. And so, when they saw Tojo Minato's refreshed expression, they became disappointed.
Oh dear. There's no empty space for Mamiya to enter.
So what do we do with him? Well, I guess we should try beating him up, tie him up, and we'll keep him here until... Yo, Tojo, you in there?
There was an unknown man at the door.
Toma just all casually like, well, that didn't work. Time to...
Huh? What? Who is it? Please wait, Morichika Haruki. I'm not ready. The intruder who had let himself in caught them off guard. The person I met at the hospital? Why are you here?
I came to give you this, asshole.
I'm glad we made it in time.
Sorry, we don't know each other well enough for me to call you asshole all the time, but...
We're here to force fem you. The man forced onto him a bunch of files and a set of clothes. It was a traditional maid uniform with lots of frills and a long skirt. Wait, this is...
Let's go, Tojo! Is it time for another episode of Hot Tricks for when you find yourself forced feminized? Hot tips for when you find yourself forced feminized. Part 2. Lean into it and enjoy the experience. It's not something that is likely to ever come up again. And while it's happening to you by force, you have the permission that it's not your fault. You can explore and accept what's happening and kind of feel around and see how you feel about it without having to explain later on that it was something you wanted to do. You can just kind of take it for what it is, learn about something about yourself, and, you know, if it's like, I still didn't like it, then you've learned that, right? And you can take that with you. Can't wait for the 3rd installment of the ongoing series.
Right. Now that I look at him, he's nothing like Mamiya.
Here. It's everything you've lost.
He skimmed through the files and saw a bunch of photos of a person in a maid uniform, as well as the details of events involving that person. This is... me?
Sure is. They're all you. And that thing you're holding is yours as well.
Minato felt the weight of the cloth next to the weight of the file. Thank you for investigating me.
Honestly, it was a little bit creepy, and I would be fine if you were mad at me about that. It wasn't just me. It was this guy who... Huh? Oh, he just went and disappeared. Well, whatever. Anyway, I'm gonna be going now.
Hold on, didn't we know each other?
It's fine if you don't remember. We only met a couple of weeks ago anyway.
Then why did you go this far for me?
Even if a snow globe breaks once.
Tobacco smoke rose up. Its smell was familiar to Minato.
If you don't want to play her, Mina will stay dead.
The word dead floated alongside the smoke. It reminded him of the moment Natsume was buried. The air was silent, but his ears could still hear church hymns that touched the heart. Oh. The park was showered in the gentle light of morning. You were Natsume's friend too, weren't you?
Huh? Did you,
I'm slowly starting to remember. Tojo Minato made a wry grin and took a step toward Morichika Haruki. If someone stops performing on the front stage, yeah. His shoulders trembled in fear, but the smile Minato gave him calmed him down. They might as well be dead. The faded men, who had lost a common friend, got close to each other. The man before him remained silent, silently hiding how shaken he was. Sensing that, Minato's mouth gently curved up. Thank you, Mr. Morichika, for bringing back Mina.
Just Morichika is fine.
That expression made Tojo Minato smile. I feel like I've heard that before.
I forgot what Minato's parents said. Oh my, hello, Haruki. Well, aren't you a handsome one? Thanks?
Hello, Haruki.
Yes, hello, tiny one. Midori, look, it's Santa.
Then I will give Haruki a strawberry.
Oh, thank you. Why, Midori, why?
Morichika, Midori likes you. Ain't that great?
I don't know how to feel around children. Hello there, tiny one.
The fun times passed by in a flash, and after seeing them off, Minato took a nice bath. A lot happened that day. He laid out what he'd brought on the bed and looked it over. There was the personal history of a member of a concept cafe, as well as detailed witness reports. He remembered the pale expression he saw when he woke up at the hospital. I want to repay him for this. Next thing he knew, his body grabbed the maid outfit and ran into the night. The wet asphalt reflected the streetlights and made the road look dazzling.
I guess I still can't do anything but see him off. Whoa, hey now, you surprised me. Who the hell are you?
What about you? Aren't you me?
Huh? Oh, Tojo Minato's vanishing twin, huh?
After nodding in a way that meant perhaps, she continued. You probably realized it, but what he does is transform into me. Basically, he's just cosplaying me.
I see.
That's why, if he gets fed up with it or just forgets to do it, it's fine if he just stops.
And you're okay with that, huh?
They're called a vanishing twin, but it's actually that the unborn one gets absorbed.
I can't process it the way you do. You were definitely meant to be born in 1995. You were meant to be Tojo Minato's twin.
And that was suddenly cancelled, huh?
Yeah, I suppose.
That's all the more reason to think that you are his Mina.
Oh, what?
He told you things so kind and gentle it left you surprised, right? Want to do it with me? Moe, stop!
Yeah.
Anyway, hop on.
Wait, what? What's with the motorbike?
It's the pumpkin carriage. Let's go.
Oh, wait, hold on. What the? I'm allergic to pumpkins! Made on a motorbike.
Breathing raggedly, Minato ended up at the nearby river. It's louder than usual, but strangely enough, I don't dislike it. Hey, twin who lives within me, the other me. I'm sure that he's talking to us. You also have a right to hear it. Could you hear me out? Go on, come closer.
I don't like this feeling.
He brought the clothes in his arms to his cheek, and kindly, in a whisper, began to talk. I have no words to describe my true feelings. That's why I never said what I wanted to say, and instead stayed frustrated while putting on a smile and acting all friendly. But I know enough words to say this much with certainty. And the scent of water rode the wind and tickled his nostrils. You are important to me.
He's not talking to me. These words are clearly for you.
Just answer him. Tojo Minato's warm palms grasped the maid uniform tightly. I will never again try to get cheap relief from categorizing you, or myself.
But aren't you uneasy if you're not with everyone else?
I am. I'm even trembling because of it right now. But no matter how badly the unease may stain my heart, I will make sure there's always a place there for you to sleep. That's what I've decided.
Isn't the home that you've prepared for a fictional being that's not being worshipped?
Yeah. Even now, bared souls were wandering about this town, the rules of mankind, the division by flesh. Back when they knew nothing, they were free from the prison of common sense. After losing my memories, I realized we can stay free even after we gain bodies in this world. This body and my indivisible self, neither of them have to be bound by anything. That includes common sense as well as the past. Right, Mamiya?
You're getting all high concept on me, and I'm not really...
What? Oh, that one was for me.
Yes. Who else is there?
Oh, shit, that made me jump.
Anyway, let's go. On the way back, the night sky above was covered in dense clouds that faintly shone as they reflected the street lights. I can't see the stars or the moon. The color of this darkness was hard to describe. It was like the result of many dull pieces of cloth layered upon each other. But this isn't so bad. I don't get why I always lumped this color together with all the other colors of the night. I can just as easily give a name for every night and love each of them for their unique darkness. Yeah. As though confirming something, he embraced the other side of the ideal one last time. Now I can finally get mad.
Don't you just want to go ape shit? Wait, how was that? Felt like such a... It felt like such a great emotional... No, because he's got to still go get mad at Meyer. Right. Hold on. Okay, hold on. We've hit the resolve to move forward, but we still have to have the climactic encounter.
A hollow room devoid of people. There were no entwining legs or tender reverberations.
Oh, Haruki, why the scary face? Tell me, are you actually flying out of the country? I am. You going where you'll get tamed to death? That ain't like you at all. I'm just being my own me. Anyway, this is the end for this house and my goodbye to you. You shouldn't underestimate him. Whatever you talking about? Anyway, try not to catch a cold.
Forcing Haruki out of the house, Mayuri embraced the two metal objects.
What are her metal objects?
A chance to use such weapons should never exist. She would bring the final stage act to a close and peacefully put an end to everything.
Peacefully? You're just running away. The science classroom Mamiya is at a loss for words right now.
That didn't matter to Mayuri. After all, Mamiya was her own flesh now. So, this is goodbye then, Nina? It's gonna be lonely without you.
Oh, you can chase after me if you want.
You're not gonna miss this country.
I've got someone to look after the kittens at home, and I cleaned up what I had to. I could finally live free and refreshed.
In the silence, the sound of boots hitting the floor filled the large hall. An uneasy commotion was spreading from the distance.
Hello there, excuse me, this party is invite only. Were you, invited by someone?
By Miss Niigaki?
Oh, I'll check the list. What's your name?
Can't you see it? It's right here.
Doing the pose. Hell yeah. Can we get one real quick?
One
Pathetic,
what?
real quick.
Pathetic.
Hell yeah.
Mina. The vanished Cinderella. Hello, Miss Niigaki. Looked down at her from the top of the stairs.
I didn't expect to see you here.
Oh, should I go ahead and turn this person away?
No need, I have no problem with this.
Oh, but this is hardly the proper attire for this hotel here.
I am the star of this party and I am allowing it.
My apologies. Right this way, Lady Mina.
The sound of high-laced boots going down the stairs resounded across the hall. Mina had been on the stage many times before, and there was no chance this person would lose a glass slipper now. Oh, Nina, where are you going?
I am going to go get a drink.
Niigaki's calm exterior hid an irritation that filled her entire body. She felt like dropping dead right there. She was distraught by the fact that this person was here. Miss Niigaki? A clear voice filled the empty hallway.
What? What is this about?
I came to fight you to protect my own me. I won't give this me to you, and definitely not to Mamiya.
Well, I warn you, my overheads are very punishing. You were just saying whatever you want now. Looking at you really annoys me. This is a matter of holding back, of endurance. Yet you went and came here like it's nothing.
Niigaki flashed a mean glare, making the maid let out a deep breath. I know the reason why you're so irritated. Niigaki's shoulders twitched.
It's great confrontation music, by the way.
Then go ahead and tell me. First you come here and now you're provoking me. If you're here to defeat me with your sound logic, then tell me what it is right away.
You hated me. This has nothing to do with Mamiya or anyone's body. You just hated someone that was similar to you. The other person within her heart was trembling. No, she wanted to say she didn't, but... So this is where you were, Nina?
I'm sorry, I was having a bit of a chat.
The main event is about to begin. We ought to start making preparations.
Very well. Oh, and call one more stylist. You need to adhere to the dress code, ma'am.
I know I came here because I wanted to, but now I'm getting all tense.
Are you okay, Minato?
Thanks, Mamiya. I feel like you'd be used to events like this.
I'm used to performing, but I don't really like these social situations.
That's very much like
Everyone's
you.
far too chatty.
Mina, we're done with your clothes, so let me do your hair. Hurry. Okay.
Oh, can't wait to see how Nina presents herself tonight.
This is her farewell party. She'll probably wear a gorgeous dress fit for the occasion. Everyone here was looking forward to seeing Niigaki Mayuri. With the sound of a finger snap, the lights went out. By the time light returned to the hall, a person was standing in the middle.
My apologies for the wait.
Oh my.
I don't think I've seen him before. What a fine figure of a man.
Gasps and signs of wonder spread throughout the hall, centered on the person in the heart of it.
Hey, is that Nina?
Why is she cross-dressing? Their questioning voices were silenced with a mere glance from Niigaki. She wouldn't let anyone speak against this. This was how she would decorate her final stage. She looked over everyone in the hall until her eyes settled on one particular person.
Well, that looks good on you. Honestly, a little much, but you know what? It happens.
The person she focused on was like a flower, outshining all the other ones in an otherwise overflowing bouquet. Carrying a beauty right between that of a sweet young girl and an alluring lady. The person had a glassy shine, only possible once in a lifetime. A miracle of time. The gazes of everyone in the hall were fixed on Niigaki Mayuri and Tojo Minato.
Your hand.
Mayuri respectfully bowed and extended her palm. Certainly. The moment she took that hand, slightly bigger than her own, Niigaki Mayuri was overcome by a sense of deja vu. She felt that she'd actually held this hand before. However, the heat of rage quickly wiped away that nostalgic feeling. She didn't want to lose here. She wanted to prove that the choices she'd made so far were the right ones.
Dear God, the sheer capacity of gender in this one image cannot be contained. It's too much. Move your leg with mine, just like that. Not bad, you have the touch. Your experience from dancing at the cafe is showing.
Mayuri pulled the other's arm, prompting a turn. With a spin, their scents mixed. Within the tension and pressure, a strange excitement began to rise.
Dancing suits you well. I have believed that for a long time.
Huh?
You don't remember? We met at a clubhouse in Shibuya. I didn't know it was you at first, and I was enchanted. You looked like a pearl in the middle of a desert.
Is this your way of messing with me?
I am being 100% honest.
Tojo Minato fell silent for a moment, but then opened his mouth. I fell for you, too. Ever since you were nice to me at the hospital. While Tojo Minato remained calm, Mayuri was gripped by confusion. Why would he say that now? Why would he bring up old times like this? Her steps became heavy, and at some point, Tojo Minato had taken the lead. You're hesitating about something, Niigaki? Don't think you can win against me and Mina like that.
Ah.
She had nothing to say in response. At this rate, all of it would collapse. Everything that she'd built up.
Out of the way!
The her within her heart spoke.
You're not worthy as you are now! Hurry up and move! What? What do you mean, what?
The her of the past. The her lacking in experience. The her who was fearless. The her who had a trap theme song.
I'm the one who will settle things with him.
With a resolute attitude that the current her had lost, she made a firm step. The music echoing throughout the hall had gradually reached its end. As silence arrived, a transformation took place.
Minato.
Tojo Minato could tell that the tone of her voice had changed.
You think I can't win against an unrefined brat like you? Do not underestimate Niigaki Mayuri.
Her prickly attitude was full of youth.
We're starting over.
Before Tojo Minato could understand what was going on, the next song began. Ah! It was a high-tempo rhythm of Latin origins. A large flow of people danced around them. A light flow of steps the two of them were taking. Various flows and music intertwined, and formed a single vortex. Minato tried to escape, but before he could, a long, suited leg appeared in his way.
Stop spacing out.
The moment he found himself staggered, a grabbed arm and an embraced waist brought him back to the flow. You're the one who tried to trip me up. The movements, completely different from before, made Tojo Minato's eyes open wide. An unyielding spirit that rose above the fear gave a definite certainty to Niigaki Mayuri's steps.
Their final boss fight, the dance-off. Meanwhile, Minato's like, I practiced dust loops for this?
Practiced what?
It's a Guilty Gear thing.
Okay.
Dragon Punch, Dragon Punch!
An unyielding spirit that
you read that one, didn't you? You can read it
Yeah,
again.
I did, didn't I?
What's wrong? Is that the extent of your spirit? Show me what you've got.
Minato responded with a firm step of his own. It wasn't a refined dance befitting this event, but a plain approximation of a choreography he knew.
Oh, is that how you dance at the cafe?
He then synchronized the rest of his body with his steps. That's right. The only dances I can do are the kind that please the customers.
I like that. You're on.
If Tojo Minato raised a leg, Niigaki Mayuri lowered her center of gravity. A turn assisted the movement of the cloth, and an extended arm was grabbed in an instant. Though intoxicated, the current continued to flow. They drew an arc, came close, synced their steps. Emotion spiraled. The vortex of resentment grew deeper. Tojo Minato's eyes gleamed as though he was enjoying this like nothing else. His face expressed that he had no idea dancing could be this much fun. This must have been what he wanted to do, and Mayuri could see it clearly. She could easily put an end to things with just this.
There's no way I'd accept such a cliched conclusion, though.
Huh.
The sudden darkness was like an icicle. It stuck to her back and made her heart come to a stop.
Niigaki Mayuri, your flesh, surely remembers. You are the one who devoured Mamiya's flesh.
An afterglow of the offense she'd accepted that day.
Consistency has to be established.
The metallic objects at the side of her jacket began to shake. Use me, hurry! Use me and kill Tojo Minato. It didn't take long for her eyes to once again take on a cruel glint. Miss Niigaki?
Don't lose your step now.
As Tojo Minato realized that something was off, she pulled him into the music and moved him. He did as told and focused on maintaining his steps.
Minato, you deserve praise for coming here.
In her hand.
So here is your reward.
There was a small knife.
Use it to stab me.
No, what good will come of this? Is this because you hate me? Then,
It's because I can't tolerate you.
she used the other knife she had hidden to make a cut in Tojo Minato's dress.
See? This is what a fight is. But if you still remain naive enough to say you don't want to fight,
The air conveyed the sensation of cloth being sliced.
then die, along with your dignity.
The cut became deeper. A sharper move would lay the skin bare.
The choice is in your hands. Will you stab me and become an offender, or run away and kill Mina's existence?
Mayuri pulled harder on the knife in her hand.
You have until this song ends to make your decision.
The string instruments played an oppressively heavy tune that rushed the selfish decision. No, I won't harm you, no matter what. Tojo Minato looked straight at Niigaki Mayuri. He was exposed to immense madness, but it didn't even make him flinch. I don't care if I'm exposed. I'm not scared of that anymore. Do you get it, Mayuri? I'm far more scared of hurting you. Her teeth chattered as she pointed the blade at him.
And that's all the more reason for you to end this. Just end everything here and now.
I'm telling you I won't. As Niigaki Mayuri held up her arm, Tojo Minato put her wrist in a tight grip. Before the regret from the sins you committed crushes you, the dress was torn. You have to change yourself. You're exactly the kind of person who can. Am I not right? Her eyes trembled. He was right. She could change. She could be the she that she wanted to.
Use me. Hurry up and use me.
Maybe that wasn't the right voice for
No,
that.
that was perfect.
Huh?
The knife nearly fell out of her palm.
God damn.
But she grabbed it with her mouth.
That's not where you want to... Even... Yeah, no.
She desperately tried to maintain her intent to kill. Why? That abnormal sight made Minato try to force his body to stop. I can't stop. I can't get away from the dance.
The power of dance, it compels me. Ah!
The purple eyes glared at Tojo Minato. The beautiful fanaticism transformed into hypnosis. At this point, stopping this party was utterly out of everyone's reach.
Partied too hard.
Still showing no fear, Tojo Minato brought his face close. Say it.
Ah!
Saliva trickled from the woman's mouth. Her demonic visage was nothing if not unfit for this party. Say you need me more than Mamiya. The music wasn't stopping. The dance wasn't ending. Tojo Minato grasped Niigaki Mayuri's hand over and over, paying no attention to how the other knife in her palm cut both their skins. Say it, Mayuri.
Ah!
A red flower petal dripped from their joined hands. Why was he able to act so tough? They both felt the same pain, so why wasn't it showing on his face?
Oh, I'm going to the ER right after this, don't you worry.
Perhaps he believed that he wouldn't care no matter how many times he was hurt? What if her own her could also play out a role without caring what others thought? A metallic sound fell between them.
I need you. In my future.
She began crying like a young child. But even with the blood, knives, and tears left in the past, their legs still didn't stop.
I'm sorry, it can't end. Mamiya, this body is still mad. Unless one of us is hurt,
Mayuri, thank you for needing me. Now I'll be able to protect you.
Huh?
Will you believe me? After a moment of hesitation, Igaki Mayuri nodded. With that, Tojo Minato quickened the pace of his steps. He led them to the side pool installed outside the hall, pulling their joined hands toward him.
What? Eek?
He lowered and turned his body to shoulder Igaki Mayuri. Ah! A loud splash resounded throughout the hall. The people stopped moving and looked at the poolside.
How'd you get all that long hair to stay down like that? That's cheating. I thought she cut her hair in that moment.
Yeah.
That's cheating.
In the silence, a silhouette appeared, making everyone widen their eyes. A young man wearing torn clothes was carrying a long-haired beauty who'd taken in too much water. It looked like a sculpture that had been loved and revered for centuries. It was a sight so beautiful it made everyone gasp.
I think this is what they call accidental renaissance.
Please call an ambulance.
But not for me.
But not for me. Right? The people came back to their senses and slowly walked away. Tojo Minato found Igaki Mayuri so light it almost scared him. Sorry, Mayuri, but I won't let you be my wound anymore. I will surpass even you and become a new me. Epilogue. Welcome back, Master.
It's my first time coming here.
My, so you were away for a long time.
I ordered a specific maid.
Very well, one moment please. Welcome back, Master. I'm your maid, Mina. Mina was at the maid cafe just as before. Welcome back, Mina. You wouldn't believe how hard it was without you. Yeah, I'm really sorry about the trouble I caused.
A lot of customers have come back, though we don't get some of our regulars anymore.
Well, that's understandable. I can write it off as people finding fulfilling personal lives that leave them with little to no time for maid cafes.
You sure don't hold back, do you?
Hey, what a sharp tongue you got there.
Was that really so mean?
Anyway, we have new masters, too. We'll just be their maids like we've always been. Right, Mina?
Yes, I'll do my best.
That's the spirit. Anyway, about the upcoming Valentine's event. Cut my hair.
Huh?
It's a nuisance, and I probably won't be able to care much for it from now on. So cut it.
Are you sure I should do it?
Like, you don't... Like, I understand the point you're making here, but don't you still want to go to a professional? Who else could? I'm counting on you, Minato.
This is kind of weird. I've always wanted to touch your hair.
Huh? Really?
As she looked away, her shoulders were trembling and the throat behind her nape was moving up and down. Are you tense?
I'm not. Okay, that was a lie. Never cut my hair short.
Not even once?
No. Mama told me I'm not allowed to cut it.
Then here I go.
Please do.
Within the sound-reflecting bathtub, only the faint noise of scissors could be heard.
What do you mean sound-reflecting bathtub?
Yes, I want to get a new tub, but it has to be able to reflect sound inside of it. If any of that sound escapes, that tub is inferior, you hear me?
But it also, isn't that a thing though? Like people sing in the shower because of the reverb in the bathroom,
yeah,
right?
maybe.
Like it does
I just
reflect
like
sound.
the idea of making that the selling point.
Choosing your bathtub for its acoustic properties.
Bringing a tuning fork to
This bathtub is flat.
You get it, the acoustics in this thing, they're god-awful. I wouldn't give this tub to my grandma.
Ah, crap.
Ugh, seriously?
Sorry, I'm joking.
Don't do that. Assumed acting as Mina, didn't you? That's what Reika told me.
Yeah, some accepted it, others not so much. It's a bit of a mixed bag.
Minato, there's one thing I want you to keep in mind. Mina should never ever become the representation of someone else's opinions. She was exposed to malice, subjected to criticism, is now making a comeback. She could easily be used as a convenient symbol of someone else's claims.
You're saying some complicated stuff.
This is no laughing matter. I'm saying you should consider other paths as well. Becoming a symbol becoming a symbol others come to for opinions will lead to treatment far worse than oppression. Being as it can use I can't read these lines. Being used as a convenient source of answers to other people's lives is an awful thing. You want to act out, Mina, right?
Yeah,
This world is full of malicious goodwill. Never forget that.
I won't. Oh, and if something
This
happens...
will be the last time we meet. You don't have to force yourself to visit me in there.
I don't like that. I still haven't forgiven you. And you said you needed me, right? That's why I'll be waiting. I'll be waiting my whole life to see you change. Tojo Minato walked to an aged cinema. The wooden floorboards creaked as the old interior cast shadows on the dimly lit space. The light of the screen illuminated Tojo Minato's side profile. It was also reflected by his eyes. I'm thinking I should try to become an actor. That sudden confession made me turn to the side. I will keep being Mina, of course, no matter what someone or anyone says, but now I want to know other me's as well. Now I see. An actor, huh? Not quite what I expected, but it might be a good fit for you. Look at you, saying what just sounds good. No matter what I'm acting as, your heart only has room for Mina, doesn't it? You won't look at any other me beyond that. That's not true. I'll support you whatever role you do. But I can't look that far ahead. I'm dead after all. I couldn't even give the phone back to you. I don't actually remember why I gave it to you in the first place.
Don't tell me it was one of those things that was written in at chapter 1 well before anything else, and then by the end, when volume 3 comes out, like, I don't fucking know, man.
But if you don't mind, keep it for yourself. You're really good at making me feel all sad and lonely. He grasped the phone and tried to stop me, but I didn't let it faze me and talked to him directly. I'm always cheering you on. After all, though Natsume may be Mina's fan, he's also the #1 fan of you, Tojo Minato. He squinted his trembling eyes, then let the tears flow free. This is so sad. By the time he extended his hand to me, everything was overcome by silence, marking the end of the movie. Tojo Minato looked away from the screen. There was no one at his side. He let out a deep sigh and stood up. I'm sorry, Natsume, but I myself am my #1 fan.
Aww.
He left the cinema and looked up at the sky. It had an uncertain color that made it seem like both the evening and the night. The faint streetlights worked to empower the melancholic mood in the air. He was surrounded by the noises of people and the thundering of cars. What would be a good name to give to the color of this sky?
Gerald.
After some thinking, he sent a name of his own to the sky above. He etched it onto his heart and put on a faint smile as he walked through the streets. Yeah, that name is so me.
Well, that's the most confusing ending to pronounce ever. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Wow, we finally got ending.
I hope all the endings are just a different number of spaces inside quotes.
Just to confuse me.
All right. We got our first ending for part 3, huh?
Good job. Good job, Minato, coming to...
That seems like a pretty good end, so I feel like we must have dodged several bad ends, huh?
Yeah, hold on. There's 16 of them, and there's 4 different stories we've seen.
So that feels like 4 apiece.
Yeah.
We only had
there
4
were 2 choice points, so that makes sense, right?
Right, combinatorial.
Yep. So I guess, I guess maybe that... So I guess what we'll do is we're going to call this Sode here. Next time we'll start and we'll see whether or not... We'll check some of the other op paths on Minato route before we start going down the other ones and see whether or not those lead to anything different. That's going to bother the hell out of me. Oh, God. Oh, anyway, never met a fiction I didn't like, huh? We gotta stop doing that. We just... Every single time it feels like, oh, we're just gonna, have a cool game, and we're gonna play it, and it'll be fun. Boom, metafiction. God. It's almost like writing a visual novel lends itself more easily towards that kind of writing.
Does it?
Yeah, because there are more levers to pull on.
Huh.
With just read printed fiction, you have to work pretty hard to get that to not just create metafiction. Like, you can write metafiction, obviously, but I feel like because there are a lot more things, there are a lot more levers to play with. It's a little bit more easier to kind of instill that vertigo feeling of what am I reading. That's my SK hot take for the day. I'm done recording now, and I'm gonna hit the stop
Smash that like, comment and subscribe.